What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Tower Journey. It is March 14th today, a Friday, and we're going to do a bit of a progress update video here and just kind of talk first experience of guilds. So here we go. We got lifetime coins of 29.18 trillion coins since June 5th. And if you look down here through my tiers and waves, you'll see that I've had a tier 7 that I did 757 for billion coins, and then followed by tier 8, and tier 10, which are my next two highest ones. To be fair, those are definitely been my waves that I've been farming, where I'll do a tier 8 or a tier 7 overnight, and then a tier 10 during the day, because I just find the timing means that I can start my next run with some confidence, do a tournament in the evening, or some higher tier runs kind of in the evening, and then start my night run and make sure that I have at least some of my initial purchases made on that. It's been really good. So there's been some days where I've made 1.2 trillion coins, and other days where I'm kind of in around that 900 billion coins. But it seems like most runs nowadays run me at about 500 billion coins, 480 to 520. So that's great. I did make a big mistake the other night on my night run when I forgot to select auto pick perks on, and it cost me 100 billion coins across the run, which I thought was interesting. So the auto picks were super helpful, and that was too bad, but it is what it is. We miss that sometimes, and we move on. So moving on to some of the other stuff going on here. Under my workshop, the big differences that I've had are definitely here with the ultimate weapons. Every time I have available stones, I put more into the death wave cooldown, a little bit into the damage just to amplify how quickly it gets me my health bonus. That's especially useful on tournaments. And then I put a little bit more time into I put 1 more second in the golden tower duration, which has been good. So no complaints there. Nothing crazy really to do at this point. I'm just saving up the stones to just get the cooldown so that I can get a natural sync-ish on the death wave black hole set there. But otherwise pretty standard stuff. Under the enhancements tab, haven't touched anything under attack. Under health, I've been putting most of my coins. So the health is now up to 1.3. Health regen is almost there as well. And then I'll unlock the landmine enhancement next. I don't know that I'm super needing the landmine enhancement, but it's the next one that gets unlocked. No problems opening that up, so that'll be a good. Under the utilities ones, you can see my coin bonus is now at 0.10 and cells at 0.07. I'll probably put a little bit of money into the cells bonus as well. Under the cards, not much has changed, but I have been doing something slightly different on my coin runs, which I have found to be of value, is that I take off the damage card at the beginning, and I don't put the Berserk card on until the very end. And the last few hundred waves of my run, because I noticed that it was actually more of a detriment to my coin income per minute than an assistant in the duration of the run, especially when I'm farming on tier 10 or tier 8, where it's really in those last 400 or 500 levels where I'm starting to take enough damage that my regen is still keeping up, but not getting better. And then I'll toss on the attack damage and the Berserk card, and all of a sudden it just kills the enemies a little bit faster, but it means that they're dying outside of Golden Tower, Black Hole, and Spotlight, etc., or the Death Wave. And so I've noticed that when I take those cards off, my coin runs actually do better. So you can see here what I have left to purchase on my epic cards. That's all I have left. Basically with the mission in the events to open up 80 cards. I'm just waiting for those. I don't have any reason to do these prior to that, and I have less than 4,000 gems left to spend on that, so that's just another 3 events. And then at that point, once that one comes up, it's just an automatic completion, which is great. I don't know that this is going to be beneficial to me, but I have a personal opinion that that event mission should actually be spend 1,600 gems, not buy 80 cards. And then that way it doesn't matter if you spend gems on rushing labs or the modules or the cards. That's then up to the player's decision and their tower performance paths and patterns that they have. And I think that would be a much better event mission. But I'm not the developer. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving on to modules, this has a recent upgrade with I now have a mythic level multiverse nexus, which is pretty cool. I decided to reroll to see what I could get in terms of my new rolls here, see if I could get any mythics and legendaries. Ended up taking a legendary +1 on Death Wave. That's awesome. That's a 200 stone initial purchase that you get for free. So that's pretty dope. And then the Death Wave damage is good. Black hole size is great. Spotlight angle is good. What I really want in that Death Wave slot is I actually want the multiplier for Golden Tower at either legendary or mythic. But I've just run out of reroll stones. And so I spent tens and tens of thousands of reroll stones to kind of get to this point. And so every couple of days now, I'm just going to reroll and see if I can't get it a little bit further than it is and a little bit closer to what I want. So that's definitely our biggest change. Nothing else has changed under Galaxy Compressor or the Death Penalty or the Anti-Q Portal. They all are continuing to kind of be where they are. And I'm still buying modules to be able to upgrade and get everything. This is kind of a neat feature, the banners. I'm not aiming to get the project funding one quite yet because I don't think it has a huge amount of value to me immediately. I like the other modules first at this point, so I'll wait on that. Moving on to my labs, we've been doing this Deathwave cell bonus lab, and it has been amplifying how many cells I get. It is crazy how many more cells I get now. On some of my tier 7 and 8 runs, I'll be getting 30,000 cells. And for some people that seems like a little, but for others that's a crazy amount. And that feels like what it is for me is just crazy, meaning I now have between 2 or 3 times 3 lab speeds each day because of that wave cell bonus, that death wave cell bonus. So that's been awesome. So I just 3x that one just to increase it constantly. It's halfway done in terms of level value. Death wave health and coin bonus has also been helpful. I noticed that the coins, they last long, they come in quicker, and my tower lasts longer because of the health. While regen's going on there, and you can see I've now slotted in reroll shards. So the plan is just to keep the Death Wave labs in there until they're complete, and then I'll transition them out to finish off the Golden Tower duration and swap in some Poison Swamp and or Chain Lightning labs as I go as well. I'll keep a wall regen in there till at least level 20 where you get the 200%, and we'll just jump into that right now and look. But right now it's at level 15. There's 30 total levels. You'll see that my wall fortification is up to 300% now. That was kind of my next goal, so I'm going to just hold on that for a little bit as I focus on some other labs, especially the rerolls. And at some point I'm going to slot back in the lab speed one as well. Under my history, you'll see it's Death Wave, Death Wave, Death Wave, Wall, Wall. Basically, Death Wave and Wall is all I've been focusing on. And standard perk bonus at level 22, I do want to finish that one off, but the Death Waves and the Wall stuff is a bit of a priority at this point. So that's been good. Under my missions here, we're pretty much ready to go. I don't know why this login one is lagging behind. That one's interesting, and I'll figure out how to get the Deathify just farming or just redoing tier 15 constantly until you get it. Things are good there. Now, into our guild. So in my last video, I did make a guild, and my prediction was correct that there was just 1 million guilds with one member in it. And so after a few days, I was like, you know what? It's not worth it to try to have my own guild. So I closed it down. There was nobody in it. And I decided to just join a guild that had pre-existing members because it was more valuable to be in a guild that had members than to try to have my own guild. And so that's something that I decided this last week. And the guild's been doing good and getting their stones, which is great. I'm excited to unlock the Guardian. As you can see, I have 110 of these Guardian ones, and so 90 left to go. Under the store, I'm just waiting to determine what to buy. So you can see that I did buy the first level of the Guardian chips, hoping to kind of quicken or catch up. In my mind, I'm behind on the Guardian now. But I'm going to wait and see. But looking at the coin bonuses here, it looks like the background bonus is the best one. It's 100 of this currency and gives you the 0.8% increase, whereas the tower and the menu and the Guardian are all at a 0.4 or 0.6. And then obviously these epic, the critical factor, and the health percent relics would be great as well. So with 44 days left in the season, I don't mind being a little bit patient and just kind of figuring out what's going to be the most valuable. This Guardian chip with the tower steel, I imagine that they're going to have different chips that come out in each season, which would be really neat. And then you have to, it basically works like golden bot or a bot or an ultimate weapon where you have an initial cost and then you have to upgrade it along the way with the currency. So you can see that there's a bit of a multiplier to the coins that are stolen by the Guardian. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm excited to unlock the Guardian, hopefully early next week, and put that into the tower. One thing I was thinking about the Guardian, and maybe, I don't know if anyone has the Guardian yet. I haven't checked YouTube to see other people's videos at this point, but one thing I was wondering is just the effectiveness of the Guardian in terms of like damage, or is it all just based around coins that kind of happen? Because, you know, we have some like tier 3 wave 10 folks in the guilds. That's when the guilds open, and then you have people who are on tier 18 wave 4500 that are in guilds, and it would be strange that the Guardian has to be effective for both of those in their own spaces. And so I imagine the Guardian is going to be at this point just an econ based thing for our runs and not have anything to do with like damage or attack. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of scalability that has. And one of the things that the guild I'm in, we've been talking about, that I made mention of, that I'm hoping we'll see in the future, is some sort of guild boss or guild run that happens where the guild works together to clear a particular level, or to collect or to kill a particular boss or something, in a way where the guild works together, and the higher effective level you get to or boss that you kill, you get rewards sent to the guild members in retrospect to how they contributed, or like a base level and then a top 3 contributors to the guild boss. I think that'd be kind of cool as an update in the future for them. Let me know what you think about potential updates to the guilds. So far, I'm enjoying it. It seems to be getting players who were mildly active to be more active because they're engaged with their guild. They're sending messages, questions, asking, learning new things. And I think it's really neat for the community in that capacity to have these moments where people can maybe offer some of the advice on, hey, I was stuck on that tier and this is how I got past it. This is what I focused on my labs. This is what I wish I had known earlier. And so it's brought that element of teaching and community into the guilds, and I think that's really cool. So there we go. That's, I think, the majority of the update that I wanted to discuss today, as well as the guilds, and just continuing to see what happens, being patient in this time as I gain a little bit more currency in the guilds, and then we'll be able to spend those guild currencies in the most effective manners. So let me know what your thoughts are on the guilds. Let me know what you're waiting for and what you're aiming for in terms of purchasing with those currencies, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.